Choose your words wisely. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Depending on your age, you may remember a poem that says, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me, or names can never hurt me. Well, that's not always true, but there is something we can do about it. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. Before that, let me just introduce myself. My name is Valerie Pugsley. I'm a possibility mindset coach, and I help you renew your mind so that you can earn more, serve more, and have a positive impact. So the words that we use, in reality, the words that we use are labels. Think of a can of food, right? We put a label on it so that we know what's inside. The poem that I referenced earlier, right? Sticks and stones, but words can't hurt. Well, words can hurt people, although maybe not as much as you think, because we get to choose how much power we're going to give those words. So let's use this one. We're thinking of label. Let's use a day. On any given day, we can choose, sorry, that heater just went on. Hopefully it's not too noisy. On any given day, we get to decide what kind of a day that we had. Did we have a busy day? Did we have a hectic day? Did we have a bad day, right? These are all labels that we put on it. The problem with those labels is that they're usually referring to a moment in time. So let's take a bad day. Typically, when somebody says they have a bad day, they're picking out 1, 2, or 3 moments, certain moments that happened in the day that they're labeling as bad. They're saying it was bad, but that's the meaning that they're giving it. There were probably moments in between those quote-unquote bad moments that were okay moments, or just everyday blessings, right? Everyday good moments. But because they've labeled these other moments bad, the focus becomes on that bad part, that you might even miss the good things that are happening around that. So these words that we use are going to create the feelings and the emotions that we have. And we get to decide what they are. We get to label them. So let's say, for example, you have an accident. You can look at that and think it's bad. So actually that happened to me recently. I was in an accident on the freeway. And so first I was, right? And it did unnerve me a little bit. But what I chose to focus on was the blessing that no one was hurt, and that we were both able to drive our vehicles home. Now, even though it is going to be a quote-unquote inconvenience because I'm going to be without a car for a little bit, there's some other things that will come out of it, because the bumper is going to need to be repainted. Not only the area that got damaged in the accident, but another area that had some damage is also going to get painted over as well. So we get to choose what we're going to focus on, and we get to choose what label we're going to give it. And that will determine how we're going to feel, how we're going to operate. Are we choosing words that are going to build us up, that are going to encourage us, that are going to give us confidence? Are we choosing words that are going to tear us down and make life difficult and challenging? So my encouragement to you is start examining the words that you're using, the labels that you're giving to the events and the things in your life, and choose labels that are going to build you up and empower you versus labels that are going to make you tired or emotional. Now, if this is something that you have found valuable, I would like to invite you to become one of my VSPs. So VSP, not only is it my initials, but it also stands for the very special person that I believe you are. So with my VSPs, there's some things that I communicate only to them, and it's also a way to make sure that you get notified when I do other things that will speak to these matters that you're listening to or watching now. So for example, depending on when you're watching this, I have a webinar that's coming up, and I also have a group coaching program coming up that's going to address these areas some more, and I would love to have you join me there. So until then, I would love for you to be able to have a fabulous day.